Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have the final ever Indian Grand Prix. I know, I'm as sad as you guys are. 2013 Indian Grand Prix. Coming up, let's get into it. Mark Webber not scoring big points in Japan, and the gap closed down between him and the chasing pack. Hamilton 1 point ahead of his teammate Rosberg. Raikkonen in there as well. Vettel, though, another retirement, set him back a little bit. And Fernando Alonso's late resurgence, probably too little too late. In the Constructors, it is still Red Bull leading Mercedes, but the gap is only 9 points. And in the battle we actually care about, Williams and Marussia still separated by 1 point. Should be a sunny weekend here at the Buddh International Circuit. Our final ever visit to this track. Gutierrez is going down today. That's it. That's what I'm... Also sounds really sus. Everything I say about this rivalry just sounds really suspect. Let's go into qualifying. I think this has been one of my most successful tracks on this series so far. So I'm hoping for good things today as well. Let's start our first lap in qualifying. Well, I hope I do better than that on the next lap. That was a terrible lap. So slow. It's over 3 seconds slower than Jean-Eric Vergne. Yeah, none of that second lap was good. None of it. It was worse than the first lap. I'm going to guess it's worse than the first lap. It is. Wow, okay. This might be a tricky one. Wow, good news, guys. I'm only 1.4 seconds off my teammate Bianchi. And 2.4 seconds off my rival Esteban Gutierrez. I need to find a lot of time everywhere, essentially. I was going to say my final sector was good, but it's not. That's a whole second off as well. So yeah, time needs to be found in every sector. Okay, and we've got traffic. A lot of it. Oh, they're all going into the pits. That's great. It's fantastic. Come on then. Let's lock in. I just can't seem to get a handle on this track today. Not sure what it is. It's especially in the middle and final sector. It's really tricky. It's an improvement. Getting closer, but we still need to find another half second. Well, that was the best one. I just hope it's good enough to at least get into 19th place. That's my objective here. And it is 19th for now by only a tenth of a second. Not matching Gutierrez though. And that's all she wrote for qualifying. Just did enough for 19th place. I don't know if that bodes well for the race or not. Probably not. Bianchi alongside me on row 10, and then it's the two Caterhams, Van der Garde and Peak. Bottas got knocked out. Gutierrez jumped above Bottas right at the end of the session. Almost got himself into Q2. Luckily for me, he didn't. Vettel and Rosberg 1-2. Saw a comment on yesterday's video saying, name a more iconic duo than Vettel and Rosberg starting first and second, or second and first. And yeah, I can't name a better one than that. Well, the iconic duo of Rosberg and Vettel 1-2 is over. It's Rosberg and Alonso on the front row today. Vettel and Raikkonen, the two badminton buddies, I think, are on row 2. Then it's Mark Webber and Lewis Hamilton, the top two in the championship, on row 3. Button starts from 7th, followed by Massa, Hülkenberg and Sergio Perez rounding out the top 10. It's 11th place for the second Lotus of Romain Grosjean. He's ahead of Ricciardo, who got the edge over Vergne today. Some say Jean-Eric Vergne is a shoo-in for that second seat at Red Bull for Season 2. Or will it go to Daniel Ricciardo? Probably Vergne, I think. Sutton in 14th. Then it's Di Resta, Maldonado, and then the usual bunch at the back of the field. Tyre wear is extreme here, which I've learnt in qualifying. After 2 laps in qualifying, my options were down to 84%, which is crazy. It's a 60-lap race. It's a 3-stop strategy. Option, 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 and finishing on the primes. Let's go racing. Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2013 Indian Grand Prix is next. Right, into that first corner, we are going up the inside of Gutierrez. We're going to take that position. For 5 lights, the final Indian Grand Prix is underway. Not such a bad start for me. Still a lot of wheel spin. It's probably the curves that I start deploying. Trying to keep up with everybody else. Into turn 1 we go. Can I look to the inside of Gutierrez? That's the main play in this one. Oh, Gutierrez has got a good run around the outside though. Holds on to that place. Looks to even gain a place on Valtteri Bottas. Up the inside goes Maldonado. Is there any space for me on the inside? That bollard is 7 feet tall. I'm just saying. Oh, somebody's off there. I think that's Raikkonen. I've gained loads of places. That works perfectly for me. And I'm ahead of Gutierrez. I'm ahead of the objective position of 18th in this race as well. And down this back straight, I'm pulling side by side with Grosjean. Grosjean's on my left-hand side. And Grosjean outbrakes me into the hairpin. And I lock up, almost run into the back of the Frenchman. And on the exit, I get a bit loose. But 13th place. That's a fantastic start to this race. And there's another car off. It's Webber. Championship leader Mark Webber in the mud. He is actively trying to bottle this championship. And I'm all there for it. I absolutely hate that guy. I don't know why. It's only because he beat me to the championship 3 times in 2010. Or he just received some great news on the graphic on the left. Gutierrez down in 21st. So I don't know what happened in the rest of that first lap, but Gutierrez, it did not go well for the Mexican. That's good for me though. Jenson Button is knocked over the bollard, and there is a wing on the floor, and there's a driver going slowly. It's Sebastian Vettel. What's going on today? The Red Bulls both bottling it in the first 2 laps. And I'm up to 11th place. There's another wing on the left or on the right. I think there's a little slow-moving Ferrari. Okay, if we work this well, I can gain a lot of places. Maybe around the outside here. Yep, that works. Yep, up the inside here as well. On Ricardo. Up the inside of Massa. We take those. We take those. Massa's trying to hold it around the outside. I don't think he's got a front wing. He hasn't. And what a start to this race it's been. We're up to 7th place. Well, we do have a large chain of cars behind me, and DRS is enabled. I don't expect to stay in the points, but for now I'll defend all I can to remain up in the top 10. Well, Ricardo's gone off now at the hairpin. I don't think I made any contact with him. I didn't see anything in my mirrors. I heard the crowd go, wow. Sounds like if you've ever played Wii Sports, when you accidentally throw the bowling ball the wrong way, the crowd do the weird spin. They make the weird noise. That's what it sounds like. Oh, this does not look good. Look at the train of cars behind me. What am I supposed to do against this? And there's a Red Bull actually in 9th place. Maybe that's Vettel, maybe that's Webber. There's a Grosjean looks to go around my outside. I'll leave him car's width. He does brake slightly later than me. I've been having trouble with the brakes this weekend so far, especially in qualifying, locking the brakes in almost every corner. Lap 6, and we have a top 3 of Rosberg, Alonso, Hamilton. Vettel is the driver in 9th place behind Grosjean in 8th. And I currently am in 7th place. Have we even been this high up this season? I'm not sure if we have. I get the feeling through the pit stop phase I'm going to lose a lot of positions. But whilst we're still out here on track and we've got track position, I think I can just hold on to this place. 7th place. I'm about 2.5 seconds a lap slower than Adrian Suttle, to put things into perspective. Grosjean really trying it around the outside there. Not going to let it happen. Thanks, Chief. Stay in your place, son. And it's concerning to see Gutierrez's progress. Last time I checked, he was 21st. He's now up to 16th place. So he's making moves. Now, 1 lap later, it's 15th place for Gutierrez. And he'll be closing up to the train of cars that I'm leading. So I'm leading a train of cars that goes from 8th place to 14th. As the rest has such a better run this lap. And he's going to be ahead of me by the time we slam on the brakes. I'll jump back into the slipstream and see if I can outbrake him. Although I have been locking up all weekend. It's going to be very risky. I'm going to go for it anyway. I locked up. Crashed straight into him and forced him off the track. I've got a penalty. I was about to say, how have I not got a penalty? Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. It was risky, guys. It was risky. I just wanted to keep track position. I knew the risks involved. I just did it anyway. I just figured, I want to want some excitement in my life. We're boxing for a drive-through penalty. And we're out in 17th after that drive-through penalty, just ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. So whilst I sit in 17th, my rival Gutierrez up to 13th place. We cannot have this happen today. It cannot be beaten by Gutierrez again. This driver rejoining. Start lap 13, so we're boxing at the end of this lap as well. We moved past whoever that was. This is the wing at the first corner. 16th place for now. Guido van der Garde in the Caterham avoided all the troubles as well, and he's up in 15th. I'll lose this position. Here goes the Ferrari of Felipe Massa, who's involved in the wars at the start. And he moves through into 16th. I'm down to 17th place again. Box, 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 box. Where am I going? Where am I going? It's the second time in through the pits today. Our first actual pit stop. They're not even fresh options on the car because I had to use an extra set in qualifying. So slightly worn options, and we rejoin in. Oh boy, 19th place. It gets worse. Gutierrez is in 8th place. He's not stopped yet, to be fair. But 8th place. He's going to score points today. What could have happened? What could have happened differently if I didn't get the penalty? Maybe I'd still be in the points right now. Ooh. Grosjean's lost his front wing. This is an overtake. An actual overtake. Although, no he's not. He's got a front wing. What's the problem? What's the problem, Grosjean? He's gone into the pits anyway. Maybe it was a puncture. We're up to 18th. We might even be up higher. There's 2 more drivers in the pits. That's 17th. And ahead of Van der Garde. I'm going off the track. Oh my God, James, come on. For some reason, I keep locking the tyres today. I don't know why. I've got that position. Some might say illegally done, but I've done it anyway. And that's 16th place. Gutierrez should I say down to 12th after his pit stop. So at least he's not in the points right now. Neither of us are in the points. I can't get away from Guido van der Garde. He is within DRS range and he remains within DRS range. I think we're on the same tyres. The Caterham, faster than the Marussia. It's happening. Rough day at the office. There's I'm a lap down. It's only lap 19. And Rosberg in the lead. Did the Mercedes driver actually win a race? Only 3 seconds behind Bottas right now. It was 5 seconds a few laps ago. He did have blue flags. But apart from that, I think I am actually just slightly faster than him at this stage. He could be on the prime tyres. Could be, I don't know, damage or would be something. Maybe I am just genuinely quicker than him. Gutierrez is only a few seconds ahead of me now. I think maybe he's been involved in an incident and he's into the pits. I'm going to be moving past my rival. Happy days. So that's now 15th place on lap 22. Things are starting to look slightly better, at least. Okay, Bottas just went 4 seconds quicker on that lap. That's great, I think. And blue flags now, Alonso lapping me. Van der Garde's starting to pick up the pace again, or I'm just dropping off on pace. Bottas 10 seconds up the road. Gutierrez is only 1.4 seconds behind me now. What in the world? Wow, Gutierrez on the back of me. He's got past Van der Garde on this lap. And now the Sauber driver putting me under pressure. I'm going to defend. I'm going to defend like a lion. I already envisage me getting another penalty in this race. I could just see it a mile off. I just can't get the exit out of that previous corner down this back straight. I don't have DRS. Gutierrez does. He's not going to the outside. There's no space there, mate. He just... Wait. What? He just went up the inside of me there. There's no room there. How does he even pull side by side? Where's that grip coming from? The AI have some unrealistic levels of grip at this circuit. There's a couple drivers in the pits. I don't know if they are the drivers a lap ahead. Yes, they are. So I'm just going to get more blue flags soon. As we start lap 27, I'm boxing at the end of this lap. There goes Gutierrez again with a nice run. He picks the outside line for the braking zone. Oh, no, not again, James. I've done it again. I'm not trying to lock up. I'm just on the inside. Yep, it's cool. Another penalty. I'll get disqualified at this rate, honestly. I can only assume I'm serving the drive-through first before the pit stop. As in we go on lap 27. It is the drive-through first. Alonso's in the lead. There's been 2 retirements. Charles Pic is out. And Nico Rosberg is retired from the race. The driver who's not had too much good luck this season. He's had a lot of bad luck. And he's out of this race now. I don't know how this race has just gone so bad. The first 2 laps were so great. I apologise to everybody watching this. If you are somehow still watching this. As we're in again, this time for our second actual pit stop. Oh dear. 19th place we rejoin in, with my teammate Bianchi in 20th. Marussia are last and second to last. Well, I did say I was going to defend hard against Gutierrez, and that I did do. I did not mean to outbrake myself. I didn't even think I did. It's just a lockup that sort of sent me into him. So it's Alonso, Hamilton, Perez, the top 3. That would not be Perez's first podium of the year. He's had a few. I think he's had 2 this season already in the McLaren. And Mark Webber, who's yet to stop for the 2nd time. He's in 5th place, so he's made it back inside the points, albeit potentially only for the time being. 6.5 to Van der Garde in front. Maldonado's just overtaken him on this lap. The Caterham driver is my aim in this race. He's got to be now. He's in 18th place. We need an 18th place finish. That makes sense. Down to 3.7 now, so the gap is coming down. And I've set my personal best lap. The tyres aren't in the greatest of shapes, but with the fuel burning off, it sort of levens it out. Oh, there we have it. Van der Garde right in front of me. We both had to let the Red Bulls through, who are in a tense battle for 5th place. Vettel ahead of Webber. But this is the real tense battle for 18th place in the race. Caterham versus Marussia. Van der Garde versus Early. There's been a crash. There's been a crash ahead. And I think it's caused by Van der Garde, as he's letting through some of the faster traffic. Oh dear. Poor De Rest is missing a front wing. What are we going to do about it? Nothing. I don't care. So close to him. To Van der Garde. I thought about ascending to turn 3. That's not going to work. Down the back straight. Come on. Okay, never mind. He's just gone off the track. I'll take... What? No. What? Why have I got a penalty? What did I do? If tickling the diffuser of a fellow driver in front of me is a punishable offence, then yep, I'm guilty. Okay, I did that. Sure. So, serving my third drive-through penalty. How many can I get before I get disqualified? That's the real question, because I might be near the limit. It's lap 41 now. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to box this lap anyway for the prime tyres, which will be my 6th trip through the pit lane. And yep, we're into the pits for the prime tyres for a final stint. I think I'm going to finish 3 laps down in this race, if I'm being honest. I will still be ahead of Jules Bianchi, because Bianchi is the worst driver we've seen in Formula 1, apparently ever, according to this game. I'm a lap behind Bottas now. I remember racing Bottas in that second stint, and now I'm a lap behind him. There's a car stopped. Can't park there, mate. That was Maldonado. That was for position. Ooh, contact. Alonso and Van der Garde. That's Van der Garde coming out of the pits for his final stop. This is my chance to make a move. This is my chance to make it over. Oh, thought it was going to be a crash again. Oh, we need to avoid crashing. I don't have blue flags. Van der Garde does. Interesting. Thanks for the position. I'll let Alonso through now. Maldonado's actually retired from the race after that. He was so embarrassed that he was parked in the wrong place. You can't park there, mate. I said it to him. So he retired the car. Hamilton leads the race now. Alonso down to second. So it could be Lewis Hamilton victory today. And that would bring him within maybe 10 points of Mark Webber, who's down in about 6th place right now. I'm over a minute behind Gutierrez, so he's actually not too far away from lapping me. That's the state of the race. That is the state of how this race has gone. And to think, at the end of lap 2, I was in 7th place. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. 1 minute 09 to Gutierrez now. But saying that, all that's happened today, with the 3 drive-thrus, you take those away, I'll still be miles behind Gutierrez. So I honestly think this is the best position we could have got today. Alonso's in the lead. What? Alonso's just taken the lead on the last lap. Oh, how exciting. Too bad we can't see it. I just love how this game works. There's just no blue flags on the final lap for some reason. I have no idea why that's got to be a bug, right? Or is it a feature? It might be a feature of the game. Well, I'm going to round the final corner for the final time, beaten by my rival Gutierrez again. As Alonso wins back-to-back races, we'll cross the line in 17th place. So like I said, Alonso getting past Hamilton on the final lap of the race to claim back-to-back victories. 3 wins in 4 races for Alonso. Hamilton is second and Perez getting another podium for McLaren. Webber and Vettel, both Red Bulls, were outside of the points after lap 2. They both finished 4th and 5th respectively. Hulkenberg in 6th and Adrian Sutil in 7th place, with Massa, Raikkonen and McLaren of Button in the points as well. De Resta and Verne missing out. So did the Williams of Bottas. Grosjean in the Lotus had a few incidents. He's in 14th ahead of Ricciardo. Gutierrez 16th. James Early 2 laps down in 17th place ahead of Van der Garde and Bianchi. 3 retirements: Maldonado, Rosberg and Charles Pic. The lead has come down, but Webber, another good recovery drive from him, means his advantage over Hamilton is 26 points. Vettel 58 points off his teammate. The top 5 within 2 race victories of the leader of the championship. I think there's 3 races to go. I believe there is 3 races to go. So the top 6 can still all win the championship, of course. Perez with another good points haul here today. 121 points for Sergio Perez, and Button only 48. Why is Perez that good? Nobody knows. I don't know. James Early still sits in 16th place. In the Constructors' Championship, it's Red Bull leading Mercedes by 13 points. Still very close between those two. Close between Lotus in 3rd and Ferrari in 4th as well. And close between Williams in 9th and Marussia in 10th place. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like these videos and you want to watch them earlier, check out channel memberships. Like and subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good day. Goodbye.